Why? Ever wonder why you aren't being paid? Let's have a look at 10 reasons. And there's some good news. You can do something to improve your situation. Well, sometimes the check not only is in the mail, it's in your system. Close support and communications is needed. The first line of defense in your receivables department is not your collectors. It is the support staff who receive and process payments. They need to be trained and treated like that first line of defense. The three most important words in real estate are location, location, location. And for us in our business, it's timing, timing, timing. We've got to be quick off the mark. We've got to stay that way. Too many organizations don't have a policy, or the policies are out of date, which is the same thing. Your policies need to be clear, easily communicated. And by the way, if not, you're going to end up following the policies of your customer for when you're going to get paid. Crappy. The best word I could come up with to describe the letters and email being used in most organizations. They're boring too, putting most customers to sleep if they bother to read them at all. Most of them were written, or at least they're based on those, from a credit manager who has long since passed away. And if you don't believe me, I'll bet you're still calling your customers dear, aren't you? We aren't surprised anymore when we perform our collection audits by the number of experienced collectors who do not have a clear and eloquent request for payment at the right time. Are your people doing this? Are you sure? It's been said that next important to having a good aim is knowing when to pull the trigger. If you don't take it seriously, your customers sure aren't going to. Important information does not get into your system, or it's added slowly. This is especially true at the start for those of you in commercial accounts. Who to contact, the names, how those names are spelled and pronounced, email information, and much more. It's called starting off on the right foot for a good reason. Sending information, contacting, reminding. And how about new accounts? Maybe a contact before the account is past due. And the same for those who have broken a promise. And speaking of broken promises, well, things happen. We get it. But some people intended to pay when they made a promise, and others not so much. But either way, people need to know that there are consequences for not paying as agreed. Now, our business is to overcome excuses. Do you have a full and current list of the excuses you and your people hear? How about seasonal excuses and those for COVID-19? Great collectors are prepared for the excuse they've never heard before. Are you? Well, some good news, as I said at the start. You can't eliminate all of these reasons for not being paid, but you sure can make it better, and that's where we come in. Just visit our site or send an email. And why wait? Remember what I said about being too slow off the mark. This is Tim Paulson, International Center for Professional Collections, signing off. Cool, calm, and collected as always.